Today I'm going to be having a look at some battery chargers, and I'm going to start with the original kind of battery charger for gumstick batteries. So you've probably seen one of these. Now if you're into retro electronics and you are collecting some and using some cassette walkmans and also mini disc players, then likely some of them will run on these. So these were very popular at the time, and the problem with them now is they're just generally very old and they won't hold much charge at all. So if you see these for sale on eBay or on other sites, then they're probably not a very good investment at this late stage of the game, because if they do hold charge, it's likely to not be very much, and also they can suffer slightly from the memory effect as well, which was known for these iCAD batteries. So the charger here is a trickle charger, and as far as I'm aware, there was no cut-off. So you basically put this into the wall and put your battery in. So the battery kind of goes upside down. A very solid sort of charger, and you just leave it in your wall for a few hours, go back to it and kind of touch the battery and sort of see how warm it feels. And it was a bit of a guessing game as to when it was fully charged up. So I did leave one on for, it was probably 8 hours or so, and I came back and my battery was just absolutely puffed out. It was kind of blown out. So if it had been in there any longer, potentially something else might have happened. But anyway, that's how I found the battery. So in steps Doublepow. Now I was on AliExpress, and I was looking for an intelligent charger really to start with, because I figured it'd be quite good to charge my batteries up, or these ones at least, in a safer way. And indeed you can use a modern charger on these old batteries, but I wouldn't recommend using new batteries in a old charger like this. I definitely wouldn't go down that route. Let's have a look at how this arrived. It was all well packed, which is good. And what I received was a little box with two new gumstick batteries. These are kind of like OEM style. They're very plain, no particular markings on them. And then the Doublepow, and it says on here UK 201. This is just a product code, and you'll see this model probably all over the place. It's not tied to having to work in this country because it runs off of USB. So what it doesn't come with is a USB kind of socket. So you've got a very short cable plug, and I probably won't use that because it's not going to probably reach, but you can just use your standard kind of USB. It's a shame it's not the more modern style one, because this one's probably more prone to breaking, I would say. And it's very lightweight, exceedingly lightweight. There's some indicators here on the side, and you can charge up to 2 batteries at a time. If we look on the back, it actually says that it's expecting a adapter or a USB port to be 5 volts, 500 milliamps, and that's totally within range of standard USB ports. Now, the charging is limited to 250 milliamps times 2, so that's that makes sense because that's half the 500, and that would work out, looking at these batteries here, to be around almost 6 hours. So 5.8 hours of charging would give you, from a flat battery, a full battery. So it's very much a trickle charger. It's not a rapid charger. It will take a long time. Now, at least you can walk away and leave the charger going, because it's an intelligent charger, so it will switch off. Well, that's what the box says anyway. So let's have a look at the back of the box. Yeah, most of it's obviously not for me to read or understand, but the main points are here. Now it does mention a higher sort of thing on this side, 5 watts, 400 to 3,400. So the spec, I really don't know if you can provide any more. So maybe it just means that if you provide more ampage, then it will use more ampage, but that's the minimum it works at. I don't know. That doesn't explain to me. So I think I'll just go on the assumption that it's a trickle charger. It's going to take a long time to charge, and you will have to supply your own plug or socket. So this one just make sure, I mean, they will be, so it's nothing really to make sure, but you just need to cover your ampage here. So this is 5 volts, and this one is very high. It's 2.4 amps, so this could power, I guess, 5 of these, but you've only got two ports on this. So, okay, so this is my long lead, and it just plugs in to the top, and I would say it's probably worth getting a decent lead for it and then leaving it plugged in rather than kind of pulling it in and out and straining it, because you don't want to break the port. So I'm just plugging it in now, and it's showing green indicators here, meaning that it's just saying that everything here is charged basically. But as you can see, there's nothing actually in there. So let's try putting a battery in. Now what I did notice is it does feel maybe excessively sort of tight. I don't think it needs to be quite as sprung loaded as that, but anyway, I guess that will last longer, especially if you're charging a lot of these things. So that's just charging one at the moment. You could do an experiment actually, couldn't you? You could charge one battery, see if it takes half the time to charge it, so it might take around 3 hours to charge. So it's already got some charge. You can see it's trickle charging, it's just pulsing. That's what it kind of looks like it's doing. And then, what I don't like, there seems to be a little bit of a flaw in the design. It's got a dimple this end, which is fine, okay, so that's for that. But this end doesn't seem to have been thought out very well. So if you kind of, it almost needs to be a bit narrower and maybe a bit further down, the kind of dimple, to fit into here properly. So you probably have to be a little bit careful when you load these up. I'm gonna just try it like that. There you go, that's better. So you probably do have to have it at a funny angle if you want to be absolutely spot on with it. Yeah, that's what I'm doing there. So can leave that for a few hours. Now, like I say, if you've got some old batteries already, then it won't hurt, in theory, to use these, even though it says for Panasonic chargers only, to use these in your new charger, but don't put your new batteries into your old charger. It's probably best just to disband your old charger at this stage. They are nicely made though, very heavy. So yeah, for the price, just checking out, I think I paid £12.40, and that was to have this shipped to the UK as well. So that's the charger and 2 batteries to kind of start with, and that was £12.40, and that's £12.40 in spring of 2024. If you watch this video down the line, for instance. Okay, just turned it over so you can see the writing. So I would say this battery is probably lower than what it says on here. So they always kind of overestimate things. So it probably does come in a tad lower than that. They're normally only really double the capacity of the old style batteries. So yeah, probably closer to 1200 in theory than 1450. But anyway, yeah, a good sort of 5 hours charging, I would say, is required on these. So yeah, any questions, please put them into the comments section and let me know if you've got one of these and you've been using it and whether or not it works well for you. And I'm not going to take it apart to look inside because it's working. It's probably a very straightforward circuit in here, and there's probably a few ICs on it. It's the sort of thing that if it stops working, it's probably a throwaway, and then get yourself another one or find a different kind of manufacturer. But in theory, this should charge other types of batteries as well. So so it's quite handy to have something like this that can just run off the USB and sit on your desk. So that's that. So I'm going to leave this charging because I'm going to be making another video shortly. And the video I'm going to be making, just as a heads up, is about this AWA mini disc player, quite a popular model, and it was actually very similar to another one, a HX30 model. It's only a playback short play mini disc player, but unfortunately it's not working for me. And I think it was working previously, but now it's not. And I did have one like this back in the day that I bought brand new. This isn't the one I used to have, but I did have the same model exactly, and it was a superb player, very loud, of quite a snazzy sort of set of headphones to it called Swoops, and a decent sort of backlit display as well. It's quite unusual with its kind of clasp there, but there you go. So yeah, I'm going to be making a video about this shortly. Anyway, thanks for watching the video about the Doublepow charger, and if you can let me know what you think and what other alternatives could be, I guess. Yeah, look, it does actually say on here it will charge other batteries, so it's got AAs and AAAs on there, and possibly some other types as well. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.